We should all live our life like crackheads. Let me tell you why. A crackhead will do anything to get some crack. A crackhead's never thinking, oh, I can't do it. Is some crack in the back of the shack? No problem. Some crack on top of the rack? No problem. Now, I'm not telling you to do drugs. Well, I'm telling you to chase a different drug, actually. And the drug of choice is fulfillment.
I told the world, I talk to God every day. If God's with me, can't nobody be against me. I shook up the world. I shook up the world.
We should be figuring out in life what it takes to get that fulfillment. That begins when you begin to organize your life and get it put in place, get your life together, and we're gonna do that right now. Boom, intro. Now, I know you don't want to live the same way you see 99% of people live while you were growing up. I know you want to do good for people you love and break the barriers that everyone puts around you. That's why we're here to organize our life. This is not for people that just want to live an average life. This is a different way of life. This is a full lifestyle. Extra results is from extra effort. So we're going to talk about a lifestyle of victory, a lifestyle of ensuring your success. All right? I've taken a lot of steps, a lot of learning, and a lot of implementation of different methods to help keep me afloat with the waves of life and at least try to elevate me with them. So I'm not perfect. This method is not perfect, but I will say I'm definitely wavy. I'm wavy, baby. The first conclusion I had while going through these stages is that it's a lot easier to do anything when you have direction. Don't nobody just get in the car, turn off the GPS, and just start driving. You need to know where you're trying to go. Now, the journey is something that should be loved, but a lot of people lose excitement along the journey because they're just drifting along. With that comes doubt and fear, and that infects your brain, contaminates your thoughts, and leads to actions and habits which create chaos. Then that disorder might be blamed on the cruelty of the world. Oh, it's a dirty world. Yeah, but it's still spin though. What do you want to wake up every day and do for the world to make it a better place? Because that is where you will find your direction and your purpose. The future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams. Eleanor Roosevelt. I don't really know much about Shorty, but it's a fire quote. But you can do whatever you believe you can do. What can you do with your life that is truly beautiful? Creation is everything. And make the greatest art piece that you ever created your life. Become definite in your purpose. Become definite in what you want to do. If you don't know for sure, then move in that direction and you'll find it. The best method I would say is just write down your thoughts, man. Who would you be? What would your day look like? Where do you want to be waking up? What are your relationships like? Where are you working out today? It's the little things, you got to think about the little things too. What is your morning routine like? How do you carry yourself? How do you treat others and how do others treat you? What's your state spiritually? How much money do you make and where is your finances coming from? With this mosaic, you begin to paint vision. And the brushstrokes of that painting, that is your routine. Now let me ask you a question. Why was the calendar so happy? Because he had a date every day of the week. Now, just how our bodies are made up of a million atoms and cells, success is built up of the seeds you plant in a day for your future self. Ask yourself, where would I be in 10 years if I lived the way I did today, every day for 10 years? Then obsess about optimizing your process to best fit that vision of your future. You must be extremely conscious of firstly your time and secondly your energy if you have somewhere you're genuinely getting to. When you know exactly what you have to do every day, you reduce the time where you have to think about what you want to do because you can only make a limited amount of decisions every day and you can only make one decision at a time. So when you know what you got to do, you don't waste your brain energy thinking about all the little things. So should I have eggs or should I have pancakes? Just know what you're going to do and have the routine ready and I promise your life will become more efficient. So just reflect on yourself right now. If you don't wake up every day and have a plan of what you're going to do, realize that your life can be a lot more efficient. What are you doing, bro? Make sure that you have a routine and you know at least before the day what you're gonna have to do. So figuring out what you need to do. I'm gonna ask you to actually join me and participate in this, all right? So I want you to think about 5 to 10 things you could do so that 1 year from today, you've had the best year of your life. And pause this video, take some time to figure out, get your notepad or a pencil and paper or something. Now, I know there's probably some that stick out more to you, right? I want you to circle these ones. But hold up, hold up, hold your horses, hold your cows, hold your cat, hold everything. You can only circle 2 to 3. The other ones may be a distraction that will steal fulfillment from your future self. You could do anything, but you can't do everything. You could do something and then do something else. Now, before you come at me, understand that this is the hardest part for me too. The people who are world class at what they do didn't have Pilates 3 times a week and twerk lesson Thursdays. They didn't have dinner with their homies every Friday and every Sunday, as well as 3 side businesses they were building while they were trying to become world class at what they do. They focused on the things that brought them the most fulfillment. Reduce the fat. You know, this is like bodybuilding for your life. Now, before we get to actually making the plan, which is gonna be a very important part, so stick around, I have some brotherly advice to give to all of you. Do not go around telling everybody about your goals. I'm about to be building this business. I'm about to be doing this project. Look at me, I'm so sick. I know you want to tell people about your goals. There's people that will be happy for you when you have these goals. And traditionally, I was always taught don't tell people because you get evil energies attached to you when you tell people what you want to do. Recently, I learned the science behind this. So when you tell someone and they're gonna be like, oh man, you could do it, you're great, you can do it. Telling the person sets off the same reward circuit in your brain that activates when you actually do the task. So you telling someone what you're gonna do is basically reducing the amount of drive and ambition you have to do that task. You have to realize that the more you tell people about things, the more you're gonna feel good about yourself and be like, yeah, man, I'm great. But you haven't done the actual activity you think makes you great. Now, the actual plan. The plan is $1 because we're gonna break it down into 4 quarters. I told y'all the dad jokes is just, I'm daddy, man. We're gonna break down the year into 4 quarters. So we have quarter 1, quarter 2, quarter 3, and quarter 4. Each one of these quarters is 3 months, all right? I want you to write in each section for each quarter, what are some realistic goals that you can put in for these months? And don't be too crazy here, but believe if you put your mind to it and work hard, you can get more done in these 3 months than you actually believe you can. Now, once you got your quarterly goals, we're gonna go a little deeper into it. Within each goal, there's gonna be a lot of little goals that are gonna appear, which we can break down monthly. These are gonna change along the way. Same concept, break it down into the things that would make it the most successful month ever. Now, once you have your monthly goals, you can break your monthly goals down into your weekly goals, and every week, you can break these down into your daily schedules. Now that we got everything we need to get done, we need the SISM. We need that SISM, and the SISM is the balance board. Now, a balance board is just a cool way to say we gotta track our shit. The number 1 tip to getting serious results anywhere is consistency. And you only improve on what you track, so we need to figure out what we're actually getting done. Here, we're gonna use an external brain system. Now, this doesn't have many rules around it, but make sure you have a system to track your goals and your routines. So the way I like to do this is every month I'll plan my goals. And if I'm extra lacking or slacking, what I'll do is I have something called the game of life, where I write down all my monthly goals and I write prizes and consequences. Let's say if I get 75% of that goal complete or less than that, I'll have a prize and consequence correspondingly. Now, I break those things down into a weekly schedule that I plan every Sunday in 6 categories, which are business, family, spirituality, health, financial, and work. Now, from here, you can begin to plan out most of your week. And I like to make my schedule every night before I sleep in Google Calendar. I like Google Calendar because you can basically reschedule things that happen, let's say every Thursday or every day. You can have things basically auto-scheduled themselves, and then you go in and fill in the gaps. I also use a habit tracker that I make on paper that I physically go and fill out every day. I did this habit, I did this habit. Oh, I lacked on here. Then you get to see a pattern of what you're lacking on and what you're doing good. Hold up, I'm gonna cut in to show an example. So weekly schedule, I have my weekly goals in all of the 6 categories, and I put my goals here, and then I make sure that I see every time I go to the bathroom. And this is an example of habit tracker. You have all of your habits in the first one, and then your date, and then you check off what you did and didn't do. I used to have a really ratchet system on a whiteboard, and I realized that it was too messy. This is what it looked like. This is how I started 3 years ago. And yeah, it will probably advance as you go on. So you can use Notion, Google Calendar, bullet journal, but remember, you need deadlines. At the end of every week, go over your schedules and everything and your goals and see the visual representation of how much you lacked. There's gonna be times where you don't complete every task, and that is completely okay. the entire point of this is to be in a better place in the future from where we are right now, or from where we started from. And success is not how much you've made it. Success is the distance of where you started from to where you are now. It's about chipping away. Everything in life is chipping away. Now in engineering, they taught us that every 1 minute you spend planning will save you 10 minutes when it comes to your execution. So don't feel bad about putting in a lot of time to actually figure out your goals and what you want to get done. Remember, even Drake approves of this message. He said, I could never right my wrongs until I write them down for real. You only get to rack up what you track, and then it gives you a visual representation of how much you lacked. This is a different lifestyle. Most people don't live like this because most people live average lives. You need to put in the extra effort to get the extra results. Look at your goals every day. Rewire your brain to want it more than anyone else. There's gonna be a lot of people that are living life that you think they're doing okay, but that's the 99%. You wanna be that one. You not waking up and going as hard as you can every day directly steals fulfillment from your future self and the people around you. Your fulfillment will come from what good you can do for others. So dedicate yourself to what you do. And if you're watching this video, I know you feel like you have a higher calling. You have something you like to thrive to achieve, you know? So believe that something great has been written for you. And okay, mother sucker, this brings us to the end of our video. I hope this has been helpful for you. It has been $YED or Sayed. And remember that this is not no cookie cutter method. I'm not here to do your work for you, bro. This is just the tools you can use to build the best system that works for you. If you already have a system, leave it in the comments below or send me a video or picture or something on Instagram. I love to see how you organize your life and keep yourself scheduled. Make sure you subscribe. I'm gonna be putting out content every week that